Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're having trouble getting into a car because you have bad credit, you don't have regular income, or you don't have a job. And so what I mean by that is that you do have income. However, you don't work a regular W-2 job. I'm going to tell you some lenders you should be able to check out that may approve you. Okay, I got 10 of them. Now, also, I'm going to tell you a little hack that you may want to consider in order to be able to buy a car. Plus, when you pay the car loan down, you're still able to have access to that money as well. Okay. And so what I want to tell you is that with a lot of these lenders, they don't do a hard pull on the credit, okay? What they use is the third-party credit bureaus. They use like DataX, which is owned by Equifax, Teletrack, which is owned by Equifax. They may use Factor Trust, which is owned by TransUnion. They may use Clarity, which is owned by Experian, or they may use LexisNexis. And most of the time, they're using this not only to match up the information that's on your credit file, but they're also looking to see if you're currently in a bankruptcy as well. Okay, or if you file bankruptcy with one of the lenders that they may recommend. All right, so that's the reason you won't get the hard pull, because when you go to a car lot and you just say, hey, I want to see if I qualify for a car or whatever, and you know you have bad credit, you're going to get all of these hard inquiries. Doing it this way, you won't get all of those hard inquiries, okay? And so that way your credit score won't keep tanking. Now, there is a cheat hack that you actually can do that may help you to get qualified for a car loan with some of the credit unions, and I'll talk about that as well. But mentioning the car lenders, the first one we're talking about is Auto Credit Express, okay? Now, here's the thing about it. With a lot of these car lenders, they are mostly platforms. Also, in terms of, I would say, the minimum income that you need to be making in order to qualify for these is having anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 a month after taxes. Okay, so those are some of the biggest requirements. All right, the only way that you may get denied is that the information, like your address and stuff that's on the credit application, does not match up with what's with the third-party credit bureaus. That's the reason I continue to tell you, check out the third-party credit bureaus. When you're trying to get like a loan with no hard pull and stuff like that, and they deny you with bad credit, usually it's not because of the bad credit. It is because the information that's on it. Now, that being said, you have carloans.com. Then you also have myautoloan.com. Then, of course, you have Road Loans. Then you have Blue Sky Auto Finance. Then you have autopay.com, excuse me. Then you have New Roads. Now, with New Roads, they are a direct lender, okay? And so, which is helpful, because a lot of people don't want their information shopped around. But just keep in mind, with those platforms, they are not doing a hard pull on the credit and stuff like that. Usually, like whatever lender that you go with that accepts you, then they would do a hard pull. But at the same time, you would not get the hard pull on the credit file. Okay, so that's the reason why I tell you is to actually look at these. So now many of you know about Carvana, okay? And so I guess your 4,000 annual minimum is what they're looking for as far as income. Now, here's the thing about it. For some of you all, sometimes they may want bank statements, right? And so there's a way that you can actually almost fake your bank statements. But I would tell you, I would not do it. The reason is because depending on what type of system that they're actually using to verify the information or whatever. But if you actually have direct deposits, like I said, the minimum income is not that much. Like I said, between $1,000 to $1,500. So that's not a whole lot of they're expecting from you, especially when you have bad credit. So that gives you leverage right there. All right. that being said, you have Capital One Finance. Now, here's the thing about it with Capital One Finance. All right. So the minimum income is $1,500 for a car loan. However, most people, again, if you had a bad relationship on the other side, like with a personal credit card or whatever, and it's a charge off over 12 months, they will still approve you for a car loan. Okay, most times they still will approve you for a car loan. Now, that doesn't say what may happen in the future, since they did just close that deal with Discover. So I don't know what's going to happen from this point on, but at the same time, right now, if you have bad credit, they will work with you. Now, I would definitely tell you one of the key elements is making sure, again, that you have activity going on in your checking account. All right. That's the biggest thing. And for like some of these, because I know some people wondering, well, I only have a Chime checking account. Then get a regular bank account. There's a lot of banks out there that give you second chance checking accounts, okay? So even if you're in check systems or early warning systems, you still can get a checking account. Even with some of the major banks, they offer second chance checking accounts, all right? So don't think because you're in check system, you're in early warning system, you can't get a regular checking account. That's not true. Okay, so that's the reason I continue to tell you. Now you have credit acceptance. Okay, so with credit acceptance, again, for you guys that are unemployed, this is one of those lenders. Now, here's the thing about it. I was telling you about that hack. Here's what I would do. If I know I'm in the 500s or whatever like that, then, and I know I need a car, what I probably would do is try to find a relative or somebody that has decent credit. And I know for some people that may be hard. We even offer trade lines. But having authorized users add on to the credit file, don't go overboard. At least have at least 2 authorized users. With people that have credit files at least 4 years old. It don't have to be 10 and 20. It's not necessary. Okay, just 2 to 4 years old, right? That good payment history. And so that information is going to pick up, and that will help boost up. Usually that's going to help boost up your FICO 9, your Vantage 3, and your Vantage 4. So then when you have those, your credit score goes up, all right? Now, we all know that with Navy Federal, they're very good with working with people with bad credit, okay? So if you're able to get into Navy Federal, that's awesome. Now, I would tell you, do not buy one of those access codes off of somebody, all right? Because the thing about it, if you buy somebody's access code and they get caught up for illegally selling it, your account gets caught up, then they can actually hit you with a fraud case. So that's the reason why I would not buy anybody's access code, all right? So please be careful with that. I know there's a lot of people out there in the market selling them, but at the same time, and with Navy Federal, you know that they'll give you the auto loan with no docs. They'll give you the auto loan with no docs. It's all about the relationship with them. And this is how you get around that with Navy Federal, okay? So with Navy Federal, you're going to open up... you're going to do a direct deposit if you work in a job. If you don't work a job, then we offer payroll services, okay? And we actually give you 4 months for free when you sign up for our payroll services, all right? So thing about it is with Navy Federal, your biggest key elements is having payroll, setting up a pledge loan, okay, and doing the CD, okay? You can do the smart CD. I think it's like maybe $50. Those are your key elements with Navy Federal. Now, having a savings account, doing the secured card, yes, those things will help as well in terms of helping you increase your credit score with Navy Federal, because not only increasing the credit score, also helping with the internal score. So that's what Navy Federal's biggest thing is, the relationship and the internal scores by multiple accounts. So by you doing that, even with bad credit, you're able to qualify for a Navy Federal auto loan. okay, with no paperwork. All right. That's the reason why I tell you guys, it's a lot of lenders out there that will help you even if you have bad credit. It's just in a matter of making sure that you are able to show that that you actually have deposits. If you have deposits in the file, then you have no issues. They have no issues helping you qualify for a car loan. These lenders that I just gave you, these 10 lenders I just gave you, the reason is because they mostly use platforms, okay, to see who would be willing to actually give you a loan. All right. And that way you don't rack up all those hard inquiries on the credit file. If you use any of these lenders, put a comment below. Let me know. All right. And if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.